Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is Alex here of Advice by Alex. I want to thank you very much for joining me on my very first reintroduced podcast and everything. So I wanted to thank you very much for stopping by and tuning in and giving me a listen to. And I definitely very much appreciate your support. I'm definitely going to be getting back into the flow of where I am doing recordings and recording a podcast. So bear with me as I do some growth of that and doing growth of the podcast. I have done a variety of different things over the course of um, doing my own personal business, which is I've done radio shows where I was on Blog Talk Radio. I also have a YouTube channel, which is Advice by Alex. And that is also going to be the name of this podcast as well, which is Advice by Alex as well. So thank you very much for tuning into episode 1 of Advice by Alex, which is primarily more, I would just say, the intro, because I feel like this is going to be more of the intro since I never had time to be able to record anything and things of that nature. So I was like, oh my gosh, I wanted to record, and then the day went by, and lo and behold, it's the end of the day where I didn't have much time to be able to come up with like a topic that I wanted to talk about and things of that nature. So we're going to be talking about a wide variety of topics here on the podcast and everything like that, where we'll dive into realms of the unknown, especially metaphysical, and paranormal as well. So we will be doing a lot of different paranormal discussion. So it can range anywhere from aliens to spirits, to anything in between. We can talk about Bigfoot, which I'm a big fan of Bigfoot, as you guys know. Or you may not know, actually. So I am definitely a big fan of Bigfoot as well. So, but yeah, so it is where it's going to be getting some used to with the podcast and everything of that nature. So, so I'm actually wanting to do 2 different podcasts. So, the next one that I will be doing is not so much one where it is related to, it's not going to be anything in relation to, paranormal, but it's going to be more of a podcast where it is in relation to the hotel industry, my experiences within the hotel industry of where I have been working in for over 8 years. So, yeah, so it is going to be just like an educational podcast, story times and things like that of my different experiences. And also where it is that. So that's just going to be a different podcast as well, and everything of that nature. So, but this is more of my spiritual business and everything of that nature. So a little bit about me. I have been a professional angel medium for over 15 years, I should say now. I had to think about that, but it is about 15 years of professional readings for people. I have done personal one-on-one readings. I have done them on various platforms throughout the years, and that is where I have done that. So I have done live chat readings. I have done um, as I mentioned, radio shows and things like that. So I have a wide variety as well. So you might be wondering a little bit about some of my educational background that I have when it comes to metaphysical side. Um, it is also where I have a background. I have a certification in advanced angel card readings, certified advanced angel card readings from Dr. Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. So that was back in the day, definitely going old school back in the day there with that certification, and then I just have the certified angel card reader from Dr. Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. I also took her certified assertiveness coach course as well, and I am certified in that as well. And also, I am a certified intuitive counselor from Dr. or not Doctor, but Kristen Marie Rodriguez. And that is where I got a certification from as well. And of course, now I have on top of it, which is Reiki as well. And I am a certified in level 1 Reiki. I am currently attuned to level 1 and level 2 as well, along with Galactic Reiki as well, but I am still working on level 2 course as well. So I don't offer, at this time I don't offer paid sessions for Reiki. I just offer angel readings and things of that nature, so that are paid. But it is where right now I may ask you guys in the future if you want to be a volunteer for a free session, 15-minute session of Reiki, but I'll let you guys know when that time comes, when I get to that. And then that way I can get my 100 sessions done and things of that nature. So that is one of those things. And as you guys are very much aware by now, one of my catchphrases is things of that nature. So eventually, as this podcast does grow, or my business in general grows, it will be where I would like to get merch for saying things of that nature, because that is definitely a catchphrase of mine. So that is one of those things and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an introduction of who I am and things of that nature, and we'll definitely be getting to know me as we go along this podcast journey together. I typically would like to have the podcast be released on Mondays, as it is generally a day where I would like to do the businessy stuff, where I release the weekly angelic messages and where I on YouTube and then do that. So that's kind of typically where that is at. So, but yeah, so that's kind of like a little bit of an introduction into me, guys. So, I hope you enjoy the journey. I try, excuse me. Let me take a sip, quick drink here. I typically, try to leave it unedited as possible. It may change in the future, but I try to leave it as much unedited as possible, so that way you get the real deal and things of that nature. So that's just kind of like what if you were sitting down and having a cup of a coffee. so to speak, and everything like that. So, but that is definitely very much where that is at. But until next time, guys, I send you so much love, angel blessings, and I will talk with you all later. Bye, everybody.